morning, good morning. Welcome to Tipsy Tuesday. Tipsy Tuesday, in case this is your first time here, Tipsy Tuesday happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We come here, I kind of discuss things that I've learned, things that are working for me, just all sorts of different things. Depending on marketing, mindset, we have some guests, things like that come. So we've been doing this since March of 2015, I believe. How is everybody this morning? So I am Samantha Wall. Hey Tessa, how are you? How is everybody? What's up? Rochelle, how are you? How are you? So we're going to be talking about timelines on Facebook. I want to go over some things that seem to be a situation that a lot of people have when they get on Facebook. They're told to go out there and just spread the love, spread the word of your company and all that stuff. And sometimes we go about it the wrong way. Through the last few years, I have learned a lot about branding and how to attraction marketing, how to bring and attract people to you. So instead of going out and constantly, knocking on doors and being like, hey, I have this great opportunity, blah, 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 blah. People actually come to you inquiring from you what you're doing. So I want to go over a few different things that you can be doing on your timeline to change that, so that instead of you constantly feeling like, you're always out there and you're always trying to talk to people, instead you can actually have those people coming to you and asking you what you are doing and how they can join you. So we're going to switch over to the PowerPoint real fast. Let me share my screen. I hope you all can see that. So we're going to go into the Facebook timeline first. First off, let me make sure that you guys can all see this. Okay, so the first thing, I know you might be sitting there and you might be thinking, oh, the first thing she wrote is videos. I don't want to do videos. I don't like videos. I'm just not a video person. I don't want to do that. And I understand that, because I was completely the same way when I first started as well. So I understand that. And but here's the thing. If you want to succeed and make the amount of money that you were told that you could make, video is going to be the fastest way to do that. Why? Because when you do video and somebody is watching a 2 or 3 minute video of you, they can see your expressions, they can see how you react, they hear your voice. I followed a gentleman for probably 6 months, and I had no idea that he had this like massive Southern accent. And when I first saw him on video, I was like, holy cow. And I felt an immediate connection to him. It was amazing. And I had no idea that he was that, that Southern, just watching his images and his content and things like that. So video is the fastest way. So if you don't want to do video, get a hold of me. I'll help you get some, mindset and personal development that can get you to the point where you aren't afraid of doing video, because it is truly the fastest way to success. And then on your timeline, other things that you're going to want to be posting is results. Any kind of results that you have, if you are inside of the system I'm inside of, I know there's a few people who are watching this right now who are inside of My Lead System Pro. You are already probably getting leads. So even if you only got one lead, you celebrate that lead. And how you celebrate it without, coming off as like a bragger or someone who's like, hey, look at me, I'm awesome. You create curiosity around it. So you would post something, oh my goodness, I got my first lead today ever. So awesome. I'm so excited. Can't wait to call them and help them. So people read that and they're like, got your first lead? How? Through a system? What are you talking about? And they're curious how you got a lead. So you'll start getting messages from people who are like, how did you get your first lead? What you have to understand, a lot of people come into this industry and they think that, one lead is nothing. There are people out there that are not getting leads. And if you aren't getting leads through a system, through a way of keeping that lead attached to you, you're wasting your time. If you're out there and you're on Facebook and you talk to someone and you send them to a presentation of your company and follow up with them later, and there was no way to capture that actual lead to where you're able to screenshot a picture of your email stating that you got that lead or anything like that, I really suggest that you start looking into a system like My Lead System Pro that allows you to have that ability to where you keep those leads in line, because those leads might not be ready for you right away, but eventually they will be ready. But if you just let them go and move on with your next day of prospecting, you're leaving a lot of money on the table versus being able to keep them inside of a CRM, inside of a newsletter, so that you can keep connecting and keep building that relationship with them and possibly even sell them something else. Recruiting is not the only thing that your business offers. So you could be possibly, letting go of a customer by not having a system. So if you don't have results right now and you haven't had anything, you can always look at people inside of your company or inside of your team. Recommended more your team. But find someone inside of your team that is getting results. If someone inside of your team just got a car, share that. Be like, I'm so proud. I can't believe, so-and-so just got her first car, blah, 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 blah. And, share that result, because people want to know that they're joining a group of people who are successful. So even if you do not have results right now, that's okay. I do recommend going out and getting results as soon as possible, because it'll make your business a lot better if you're getting results. You want to be the leader, and you can't expect everyone on your team to do the things that you want them to do, but yet you're not. Just know that you attract what you are, not what you want. So go out and get those results and start sharing them. Other things for your Facebook timeline: motivation, success quotes. People love those quotes, those motivational things. There is a certain amount that you shouldn't go overboard with them. If you are constantly doing motivation and success quotes, then that's all people see on your timeline. And yeah, it's nice, but you're not sharing anything else of who you are. Food pictures, people love food pictures. So if you're out to dinner, go ahead and, post a picture of food. People love that. Engaging questions. One time I had put on my Facebook timeline, I said, blue, black, or red pen, ? I got so many comments, likes. It's like people can't not answer a one question, like a one word question when they read it. And the shorter the question, if you have, there's another one that I did where I was like, what kind of French fries do you like? And I had pictures of the French fries, crunchy, shoestring, or are you do you dip your French fries in ketchup, or do you smother them in ketchup? Things like that get engagement happening on your page. Excuse me. I've been fighting this like little cold that my son had given me. So any kind of engaging questions like that will get you starting conversation with these people. And you know, if they're coming over to your timeline and they're liking and commenting, do them a favor and do it right back, you know? The more you engage on your prospects' timeline, the more they'll see your stuff and the more you'll see theirs. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, sorry. And then share any kind of content. If you're writing blogs, share it. These are your followers, these are your friends. These are people who want to hear from you. So share the content. Because when someone comes over to your timeline and they're looking through it, holy cow, sorry. I'll take a little break here for a minute. Hold on. Hopefully get this hot tea or something to work for me. So how is everybody on this Tuesday? How are y'all? I know we got some YouTube watchers. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in to Tipsy Tuesday. So yeah, share content, anything that you have. If you're blogging, definitely share your blog. If you're, if you're hosting webinars, share that all on your timeline. Because when someone comes over to check you out, when they're looking through your timeline, they're getting an impression of you. And if they see that you're creating content, that puts you on a whole nother authority level that just is out of this world. So you definitely want to have a blog. That's something your home spot and things like that. If you're watching this, we did talk about My Lead System Pro, and there is a link below. If you're watching a replay or this, just ask me. But they also have blog hosting as well. So not only is it a lead generation, but it also has blog hosting as well. So pretty amazing stuff in there. And then curiosity post, you always want to create curiosity. You don't want to be throwing stuff in people's face. You need to create the curiosity for them. They want to know, like, what is it that she's doing? How did she make $100 this morning? You know, because you can post things like that, like commission. You know, if you get a commission in your email, you know, take a picture of it. Be like, "Ooh, waking up to commissions, awesome!" But don't say, "Oh, I sold XYZ, blah 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 blah." You know, you just want to create that curiosity because people want to know what it is you're doing. You want them to question you versus going out and Googling whatever it was that you just threw in their face, because they will. The curiosity post will require them to come speak to you about it versus going and finding someone else. Okay, so here's a little bit of branding tips. I spoke earlier about how My Lead System Pro is the one that has taught me the branding, the attraction marketing, and things like that. So I wanted to give you a few little branding tips that you can use in Facebook to make yourself stand out. One of the things is images that stand out. I do have a Tipsy Tuesday that I did showing an easy way that I create my own images. I mean, it's literally through like a couple free apps. So if you want that, let me know. I can also, once this is done, I'll put a link below this so that you can go over and check out the professional images that I use by using just these simple apps. And I also will put my blog on there, like really small. I don't do it all the time, but I do it because if someone shares that motivational quote, you know, like we talked before, if you're doing a success quote or a motivational quote, instead of taking it from Google, where you could be dealing with copywriting situations as well, you actually create it yourself. Just make sure that you are giving credit to whoever, you know, said it. So if it was a Zig Ziglar quote, then make sure that Zig Ziglar's name's on there and make sure that you're giving them credit for it. And then you can, you know, you can actually just put your website down there. You know, on mine it says very small, usually it says SamanthaSwall.com. So if someone shares that image, then my website's going out as well, which is branding you. And then, of course, videos. Like we talked before, videos are the fastest way to brand yourself. Whether it be, Facebook Lives or just videos, Facebook is showing video more than anything else. If you are not afraid of doing lives, definitely start doing lives, because Facebook will show that to more people and spread your video a lot further. So videos is a definitely good way to brand yourself. And then no spam. Don't go out there and be spamming your link. It's just, you're literally repelling people from you when you do that. I mean, as you probably know, if you've had any kind of struggles, believe me, I have had them. Your friends and family stop talking to you. They stop coming over and interacting on your page. If things like this is happening, you're probably spamming your business too much. So pull back on that. People don't want to constantly be, thrown in their face of who you're with. By sharing lifestyle and results and things like that, you're sharing yourself as a person. People are going to feel connected to you. We live in an age of social media. This is like the most amazing thing that we could have as network marketers. So we either have to do it correctly or we do it incorrectly. And the incorrect people are the 97% that fail in this industry. Because, I mean, we grow up thinking the salesman doesn't get it anymore. That's not how the world works anymore. It's all about attraction, about people feeling connected to you, because people buy from people, not companies. So if you're constantly throwing your company out there, the person's going to go, if they're actually interested in the company, they're probably going to go Google it and find someone else who's actually, doing the attraction marketing the correct way. And then there's Pretty Links. This is something that is a plugin for your blog. So if you do decide to take the $10 trial for My Lead System Pro, there is a training and stuff on Pretty Links. And what happens with Pretty Links is, so you know how your company gives you like a username.company.com, or it says thecompany.com / whatever your username is. What a Pretty Link does is it actually takes your blog. So for me, if I was to be sharing this Tipsy Tuesday, what I would do is it would say samanthaswall.com / Tipsy Tuesday. And that link would actually be connected to the registration page if I didn't already have a domain. So it's like creating constant domains for all sorts of stuff. My Lead System Pro, the system that I'm in, actually sells, like top earners courses. So I can sell Ray Higdon courses. I can sell Bill and Michelle Pescosolido's courses. I can sell all sorts of courses. And of course, they give me a username .mlsp.com, or so I take that link and I change it where it says samanthaswall.com / Facebook marketing course, or / 3-minute expert, which is done by Ray Higdon. So it's a way of branding yourself and not looking like the spammer that just has the bit.ly or the company's actual link. It makes you look more professional and super easy to use. And then make sure you're capturing their information. This is something that's very important that people tend to not get. So make sure that you have a capture page in your system to where people can opt in for information. So if you're in travel and you do beach destinations. You could go out into Facebook groups that have travel, Facebook travel groups, and you could create a capture page that says 5 top beach locations for, under $500 a weekend stay. And then the person would have to put in their name and their email in order for you to give them the 5 top beach destinations. So at this point, you now have someone who's obviously very interested in what you have to offer, and you have their email, their phone number, whatever you're collecting. And then from there, you can put them onto a newsletter, which is all integrated. So you don't really, once you have it set up, it just works. It's magic. And then you can put them on a newsletter to where you're giving them value on the beach locations. I hope that's making some sense to you. Because like I said earlier, if you're out there and you're busting your butt, and believe me, I know, I was out there on Facebook. I was Craigslist. I would be everywhere, and I would be finding all these people, and I'd be talking to them. And then if they said no to me, then I would just move on. And the truth is if I would have been capturing those people's information that whole time, I'd probably be 10 times further than where I am, today, because of not capturing their information and letting them just kind of go away because they said no to one thing. Now I have multiple things that I offer. There could be multiple things that those same people that I spoke to might be interested now in. And so it's very critical to capture their information as well. So that is what I have for you guys today. Sorry about my coughing attack. Okay, but I don't want to puke all over people. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that I think that we're Tessa said that she has reached out to team members for help, and they've just said post. But she doesn't want to, puke all over everyone, which is completely, you're on the right track right now with that, because if you're constantly posting, and this is the problem, I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. Your company, whatever your company is amazing. I'm sure their comp plans out of this world, whatever it was that got you to invest your money, invest your time, is very important to you. And I 100% love that, because it shows that you have passion, and it shows that you understand what this industry has to offer. Here's the thing. An MLM company, maybe even your upline, maybe your downlines, whatever it is that got you to where you are, it's just the company. If you're in travel, they are a travel company. They have you as the network marketer. Okay, did you catch that? Because here's the thing. When I started, I really honestly had no idea what a network marketer was. It was so funny. My husband came home, he was like, so I told one of my friends that, you were a network marketer at work, and it's the first person that's asked me, what is that? And I was like, I don't know. So you are a networker. You go out and you network, okay? A networker goes and meets someone. So let's say I meet Tessa. And then from there, Tessa has a network of people that she has that I might be able to help. And so that's how the networking goes. You are networking with people and then networking with their network. See how that works? That's where the pyramid scheme thing comes into play, is like, I have my network of people, and then they have their network of people and their network of people. So you're constantly networking. And the second part is marketer. You're a marketer. What does that mean? That means your company hands you images and you go out there and you say, look at how much Susie lost, or look at her results. Wow. You know, I've seen that picture a million times. You have to learn marketing. Your company is either a travel company, a weight loss company, a health and wellness, whatever it is, makeup, whatever it is you're in, that's their specialty. That's their specialty. They have you because you are marketing. You're the marketer for their company. So when you're going to your company who is specialized in what they specialize in to ask them for marketing help, they're not marketers. You got to have somewhere where you learn marketing. I spent many years not knowing that, thinking, well, I have a Facebook fan page. I have, I post my free shipping. I post my free bundles with a package today. I go over and I talk to people and I offer, and I'm not getting anywhere. It's because I wasn't marketing correctly. So when I went out and I did research to figure out what I needed to do is when I found My Lead System Pro. And they taught me everything I needed to know, and still have tons and tons of training back there that I haven't even tapped into in the last 3 years. Because, I focus on one thing at a time. If I'm focused on Facebook, I'm focused on Facebook. If I'm focused on SEO, I'm focused on SEO. And I will go into my back office and I will find training on that and I will learn it. So there is a process to it. And you've got to have your system in place in order to make it work. Is that making sense to you guys? They rank huge and have tons of customers. Yeah, well, you got to put value out. There's no doubt. And when people say value, and they talk value, that's teaching people. People are attracted to people who teach them, who are going to lead them. If you're out there and you're saying, this is the best pen ever, my company says this is the best pen ever, I know it's the best pen ever because I tried it and it hasn't worn out on me in 3 years, and it's amazing, and it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. Are you going to buy that pen? Now, if I teach you the reasons why this pen works the way it works, and why you will never have to buy another pen again, versus just telling you, if I teach you, then you'd be able to teach other people and sell to other people, right? So that's where the value, the teaching, the content, all of that stuff comes into play. People want to be around people who will take them to the top, and constantly just saying, here's something amazing, here's something amazing, isn't telling anyone that. Where if you're teaching someone, if you get results, last month, well, this month too, I've been on the leaderboards for the last 90 days inside of My Lead System Pro for the amount of leads that I've generated. And I've been inside of My Lead System Pro for 3 years now. That's the first time I made the leaderboards. And that's because of the amount of content and value I have given out in the last 90 days. I am 100% sure that, it proves what I was doing then and what I'm doing now is the difference. Is because people go to my blog, they read, and they go, what is that? Click. We live in an age, I know we're getting short on time, so I'm going to wrap this up, but we're living in an age of the internet. People go out and they Google. Okay, so if you're branding your company, when they go Google your company, what are they going to find? They're going to find your company. They're going to find other leaders who are creating content for your company. And they're going to go over there and they're going to get lost over there reading that. Where if you're branding yourself and the value that you give, people are going to be able to find you and want to join you versus just the company. People don't buy into companies. People buy into people. So that's why it's so important to be creating the value and make sure that you're, putting it out there, getting the traffic back to your blog. And all of this can sound like, oh my gosh. And it is a lot, but you're building a business. If you get into this business and you think to yourself, I just want to make an extra $200 or $300 a month, just go get a job. Just go get a part-time job. But if you get into this business and you want to make 6 figures, then commit to it, create the value, learn, get the results, and the rest just falls into place. If you think that you are not good at recruiting or you're not good at selling, you don't have to worry about that. If you're doing the attraction marketing and the branding correctly, it just happens. The money just starts coming and you're like, wow, I had no idea. When you're getting people who are like, just the other day, over Thanksgiving weekend, I have had a friend of mine on Facebook for a couple years now. She's been in another company. She came over the other day. She's like, I've been watching a lot of people inside of my Lead System Pro. Do you have a 10-day trial? Can I have that from you? I have not spoken to her in quite some time. But the reason she came back to me is because she has that attraction to me, which is where it all comes into play. That's why there's money out there for all of us, because I can't be you and you can't be me. You can only be you. And if you're not out there bettering yourself and branding yourself and being you, this is like the most amazing industry, guys. This is the one industry that you get to learn who you are, better who you are, and get paid to do it. If you're doing it correctly. Now, if you're out there and you're constantly saying, this is my pen, please buy it. Just this morning, I got a message on Facebook from a girl who I have never spoken to. Oh, we're doing a contest today and I need to have 5 $15 sales in order for me to make a ranking or whatever it was. Did you hear the problem in that? First of all, when you're speaking to a prospect, I'm going way off, but when you're speaking to a prospect, you have to remember that it's what's in it for them. That's what they think. What's in it for me is what they think. Okay? So when you're having a conversation with someone, watch your eyes. Because if you're saying, I need 5 more people, I'm looking for 5 more people, I want to grow my business, it's got nothing to do with me. That's got to do with you. You are being selfish right now. I want to help 5 people. Help me do what? So just make sure that you are giving them the information. You're letting them be first. And as soon as you start putting everybody else first, the rest falls into place. As soon as you start saying, you know what? I'm not going to help myself anymore. I'm going to help other people make money. So I'm going to learn everything I can, and I'm going to get the results that I want to get, and then I'm going to share that. Because you can't do it without learning. So anyways, I've gone 4 minutes over. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, share, whatever. And thanks for showing up. Tipsy Tuesday. It happens every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, my time, Colorado time, and then Eastern Standard, 12 p.m. So I will see you next Tuesday. If you have any questions, if you want to get a hold of me and chit chat about this a little bit more, definitely get a hold of me. I'll chat with you soon. Bye for now. Stay tipsy.